Hey everyone, welcome back to PMLearn. Have you ever wondered why some projects get multi-million dollar budgets approved in seconds, while other fantastic ideas get scrapped before they even start? It all comes down to two words: business justification. Today, we are going a deep dive masterclass based on the core project evaluation frameworks found in the project management. We will cover how top product teams calculate return on investment (ROI), compare complex projects using net present value (NPV) and internal rate of return (IRR), and how to plan for maximum value delivery using methods like MoSCoW, Kano, and story mapping. If you want to think like a high level product director and get your ideas founded, hit that subscribe button, grab a notebook, and let's jump right in. First up, let's talk about the granddaddy of all financial metrics: return on investment, or ROI. Simply put, ROI tells us the percentage profit we expect to get back from every dollar we spent. The formula is straightforward. ROI is equal to project revenue minus project cost upon project cost. Let's say a project cost is $125,000 to develop and is estimated to $300,000 generate in revenue. When we do the math, ROI is equal to $300,000 minus $125,000 upon $125,000, which is equal to $1.5. That means an incredible 140% return on investment. Real world analogy time. Imagine you decide to spend $12,000 to build an automated email outreach tool for your sales team. This tool saves your sales reps from manual takes, resulting in $28,000 of new revenue. Your net benefit is $16,000. Divided that by the initial $12,000 and you get a 133% of ROI. In Scrum, we don't wait until the very end to see if this ROI is real. By realizing frequent increments of our product, we can verify our revenue estimates early, allowing us to pivot or double down without losing money. But what happens when you are comparing projects that takes years to pay off? That's where net present value (NPV) comes to the rescue. NPV answers a critical question: what is the future return worth to us in today's money? Because of inflation and interest rates, a dollar today is worth more than a dollar tomorrow. This is known as the time value of money. Let's look at a classic interview riddle. You have two projects to choose from. Project A has an NPV of $1,500 and will take 5 years to complete. Project B has an NPV of $1,000 and takes only 1 year to complete. Which one is better? Most people intuitively yell Project B because it's faster. But the correct answer is Project A. Why? Because time is already fully factored into the NPV formula. The $1,500 and $1,000 numbers are already calculated in today's value. So Project A is objectively more valuable. Think of it like buying a delivery van today. You are rather choose a van that adds a net present value of $15,000 to your business over 5 years than a temporary scooter that adds only $10,000 in 1 year. Always go for the highest NPV. Now let's look at another financial concept: internal rate of return, or IRR. When NPV gives us a concrete dollar figure, IRR gives us a rate of return. It is the discount rate that makes the present value of a project cash inflow exactly equal to the cash outflows. In plain English, think of IRR like the interest rate your project earns, as if it were a high yield saving account. You always want the highest rate possible. Let's look at another example. Project A has an IRR of 15% and will take 5 years. Project B has an IRR of 10% and it will take 1 year. Following the same logic as NPV, the winner here is Project A. because 15% is higher return rate than 10%. The shorter duration of project B does not make it better because time is already calculated into the IRR percentage rate itself. If you are a product owner, choosing which initiative to fund, IRR is your secret weapon to prove to the financial board that your product will yield a higher return than sitting in a bank account. Once our business case is justified, we transition to planning for value. How do we ensure our processes are as efficient as possible? Enter value stream mapping. Value stream mapping is a process flow charting technique that visualizes the end-to-end steps of a process. It divides time into two categories: process time, when actual work is being done, and wait time, when the product is just sitting there idea. Here a great real world example. Imagine ordering food at a restaurant. The chef takes 5 minutes to cook your meal, which is process time. But the food sits under the heat lamp for 20 minutes before a waiter delivers it to you. It's a wait time. In software development, your developers might write a feature in 2 hours, but it waits 3 days in a QA queue to be tested. Value stream mapping exposes these hidden bottlenecks, helping you eliminate waste and dramatically boost your Scrum team's sprint velocity. Now let's talk about prioritization. As product owners, we have a mountain of ideas but limited time. We must prioritize based on customer value. The simplest approach is simple schemes, labeling things as priority 1, 2, 3 or high, medium, low. But let's be honest, what happens in real life? Everything becomes priority 1 or high. This is the packing for vacation syndrome, where you declare that every single t-shirt is your closet is absolutely essential. To prevent this, we use the MoSCoW prioritization model. Must have critical features. Without these, the product simply cannot launch. Should have highly important, but we can survive without them temporarily. Could have delight, nice to have elements. Won't have, explicitly out of scope for this specific release. MoSCoW creates clear boundaries so your engineering team knows exactly what needs to be delivered first. What if your stakeholders argue that everything is a must-have? You make a game out of it using Monopoly money or the 100-point method. In Monopoly money, you give your customers fake cash equivalent to the project budget. You tell them, here is $100,000. Buy the features you want. When stakeholders have to spend virtual cash, they suddenly stop asking for vanity features and start investing heavily in what really matters. The 100-point method, designed by Liffingwell and Vigre, works similarly. You give stakeholders 100 points to vote across features. If a customer places 80 points on one-click checkout and only 5 points on customer themes, they are exactly showing you where their intensity of preference lies. It's an incredible collaborative way to bring alignment. Next, we have the legendary Kano analysis model created by Noriki Kano. It classifies features based on customer preferences. First, excise delegators, unexpected premium features that wow the users. Satisfiers, standard features that increase satisfaction linearly. The more you build, the happier users are. Dissatisfiers, basic features expected by default. If they are missing, customers hate the product, but having them doesn't make customers extra happy. Indifferent features users don't care about and should be eliminated to avoid waste. But here is a fascinating trend. Feature decay over time. Features migrate down this list. Think about smartphone cameras. In 2005, a camera on a phone was a delegator. By 2012, it becomes a satisfier. It had to be a high megapixel camera. Today, a camera is a disjustifier. If it's missing, it's a baseline requirement. If a phone launches without a camera, it's dead on arrival. You must continue evaluate to keep creating new delegators. Instead of over completing things with multiple categorization grid, Scrum recommends relevant prioritization ranking. This means keeping one simple single list where every story has a unique rank. If a new requirement or risk pops up, you don't make a new category. You simply insert it in the list relative to the other stories. If it goes to the top, something at the bottom gets pushed out. It's that simple. To make this work beautifully, we define the minimum marketable features (MMF). This is the smallest set of functional features that can be packaged and released to deliver value and generate early ROI. Example: if you are building a ride sharing app, your MMF is a basic screen that consets a ride to a driver, where the ride is manually tracked and paid for via cash. You don't need automated credit card payments, driver rating, or customer avatars to launch and prove there are market demand. How do we represent this journey to our team and stakeholders? We use story mapping created by Jeff Patton. A story mapping is a two-dimensional grid. Horizontally, it shows the user journey over time, the backbone of tasks like login, search product, checkout. Vertically, it organizes user stories by priority. This allows us to draw lines representing release 1, our MMF, release 2, and release 3. In Scrum, we have a deep, high fidelity understanding of release 1 because it's happening in the near future. As we look further out toward release 3, the details are intentionally kept at a lower fidelity because we expect customer feedback to change our plans. It's a living, breathing roadmap. To wrap it all up, here is a quick reference comparison of the techniques we covered today. Use ROI, NPV, and IRR to prove the financial worth of your projects and secure budget. Use value stream mapping to optimize your team's velocity and eliminate operational bottlenecks. And use MoSCoW, Kano, and story mapping to structure your releases, prioritize user happiness, and launch early value to the market. Mastering those tools in the difference between simply executing tasks and truly leading products. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment below letting me know which technique you use with your team. And don't forget to subscribe to PMLearn. See you in the next masterclass.